Before going any further, it's good to clarify that totems have been misunderstood by Europeans. Their misunderstanding led them to define or to call specifically Bantu people or Bantu nations as people of animist religions or heathens. Shown on the screen are different African maps based on religion. As you can see, areas shown as animist or heathens are areas mostly inhabited by Bantu people. Then one asks the question, do Bantu people pray to animals, and do Bantu people knew about God before the arrival of Arabs and Europeans? The answer is no. Bantu people don't pray to animals. And of course, Bantu people knew about God before the arrival of foreigners, and they also prayed to God through ancestral spirits, which is the only difference with the modern religions. Back to our topic, let us now look on what is a totem. A totem is the real bloodline of a person, thus his or her descendants. It is a norm among Bantu people, in particular Shona people from Zimbabwe, Mozambique, to regard someone as a relative if that person shares the same totem. It doesn't matter if that person is from another country or he speaks a totally different language. This means totems are the real definition of the word tribes, and what are regarded as tribes in today's terms are actually groups of people speaking closely related languages. Totems are in form of animals or are represented by animals which are sacred to those who bear them as a totem. Sacred not because they pray to the animals, but simply because one is forbidden from eating his totem, and one is also forbidden from marrying people of the same totem. So what is the purpose of animals in totems? Animals, like every other living thing, they do have characteristics, behavior, and other various ways of doing. So just like the animals, people of a certain totem, they have similar particularities just like their totemic animal. Secondly, totems are accompanied by a poetic chant, usually done when giving thanks, praising, or asking for forgiveness. This chant is a chant of narration, narrating the journey taken by its members, narrating the talent of its people, the behavior and history in general. In other words, it is a chant of pride in one's origins. Let us go ahead and look on the structure of a totem. Totems have a general name for all its members, either males and females. Secondly, totems have specific names for males and for females. Thirdly, they have what is called Chidawado or Chidawado in plural. Chidawado is a name of praise or a nickname in other words. It can be based on either history, talent, or character. These nicknames are also grouped in males and females. Let us now look on one of the totems found in Zimbabwe. Our today's chosen totem is the porcupine totem, known as Nungu in Shona language, and its people referred to as Vaera Nungu, meaning those sacred to the porcupine. The porcupine totem is popularly known as Maposa, and it is also called Chirenje in the upper north of Zimbabwe and western central of Mozambique. Before looking on the porcupine totem, let's talk about its people. Male members of the porcupine totem are well known for being naturally capable of hunting, thus they are hunters. In addition, they are also great jokes or storytellers, known as Vatauri Nyambo. Their place of origin is Zimuto and Gowera, down in southern part of Zimbabwe, Masvingo province. The combination of their talents, being a hunter and a storyteller at the same time, was admired by many in those ancient times, particularly by chiefs and kings. They freely give their daughters in marriage to the porcupine male members. Every king wanted to have people of the porcupine totem around him. This is where the nickname King's Son-in-Law derives from, Mkwasha wa Mambo, in their native language. Now it's time to look on the structure of the porcupine totem. As said before, the general name of the porcupine totem is Nungu. The males are called Maposa or Nungu, and the females are called Ngara. Moving forward, let's look on Zidawado, that's nicknames or names of praise. We're gonna start with those of the male ones, explaining each of them as we proceed. Number 1, they are called Chikandamina. Chikandamina means one who throws fours. Fours referring to numbers. This nickname explains their ability in using arrows whilst hunting. Secondly, they are also known as Mkwasha wa Mambo. thus king's son-in-law. As explained earlier, they were known for marrying daughters of the kings. Thirdly, they are also called Zimuto. Zimuto, as also explained before, it is their place of origin found in southern part of Zimbabwe, Masvingo. Zimuto translates to plenty soup. To have soup, it means there is meat. People named this place Zimuto as a way of honoring the talent of its inhabitants. Now let's look on the Zvidawado or nicknames of the females. They are praised as Chimaya, which means the thrower. To understand this nickname, we have to look on the porcupine itself. A porcupine is not a dangerous animal in general, but it is surprisingly very defensive when it is disturbed or tagged, to an extent of killing dangerous predators such as pythons or leopards. So as the females of the porcupine totem, they are well known of being so friendly and surprisingly very cheeky when disturbed, and also naturally capable of fighting. In conclusion to our today's topic, I think it is clear now that totems have nothing to do with religion, but they are simply about one's bloodline or descendants and pride in one's origins, a way of passing down history of one's lineage.